Hey guys, it's your girl Latica. I'm here doing a tutorial on this look today. A nice little glowy look. I plan on going to the beach later, so I just put my hair up in some pigtails, threw some loose curls in there, and did as much glow as I could on myself. So I hope you guys like the look. It's gonna be a voiceover, so don't mind me trying to talk in the middle of the video. Like, don't pay attention to that. So today I'm going in with my Tarte palette. I'm just using that yellow kind of like white base tone just to brush all over my lid. Then I'm going in with my crease color. I'm about to be using it's kind of like a peachy color, I would say. I'm going in with that first just to warm up the crease and get it ready. Then I'm going to go in with another shade from that palette. It's more of a brown, kind of orange, light brown color. And I'm going in just to define it a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in my Renaissance palette using that same brush, and I'm going in that orange color and that brown color, and I'm going to mix the two just to define the crease a little bit more. Just like to build up different colors on my crease instead of using like one shade. Then I'm going in my Morphe palette. Now I'm about to pick up a different brush by MAC. I'm going to go into that dark brown just to start in another like cool tone brown just to start to define my crease a little bit more. And I do like window shield wiper kind of motions in my crease. I'm like bringing that in the outer corner, bringing it in the inner corner just a little bit. I'm not bringing it all the way down, but I'm bringing it in a little bit just to define the crease. And I just keep picking up a little bit at a time to build it up, not starting with too much, just so I gradually build up the darkness. Then I'm going in with a much darker brown, which is really cool tone. And to go in just to define the crease and smoke it out a little bit more. Going back in with that same brush I used in the beginning for my crease, just to blend out the harsh lines. Then I'm going back in with the brown. It's a lot of back and forth with my blending. I just like to make sure it looks like one, but it's also like, the crease is defined from the brown. If that makes sense. Like, I also want my crease color to be peeking through. So I constantly am just going back to the crease. So now I'm going back in with like an orangey tone and a reddy tone, like just a mixture of all three of those shades, just to like intensify the crease color a little bit more, and also to blend out those harsh edges. Now I'm going in with the NYX glitter glue, and I'm about to use that as my lid base, like primer, just to get ready for the shimmery color I'm about to put on. I'm going to use a mixture of two eyeshadows. I'm first going to go down with this shade from the Morphe palette. It's kind of like a shimmery champagne color, just like to brighten up the lid, also to have a base for the MAC pigment I'm about to use. It's like a rose gold pigment, and I really think the mixture of the two turned out very beautiful. It's like putting highlight on your eyelids, pretty much. So that's me just putting down the Morphe shade first, and you see how much that intensified and like brightened my lid and cleaned it up. So then I'm going to go in with the makeup spray before I use the pigment, just to get my brush wet, and then I'm going to pack the pigment on. And doesn't that just look beautiful? And don't worry about, you see how it's kind of harsh with the glitter on the brown? I'm going back in with like a more detailed brush, and I'm going to go back in with those browns and just intensify the crease a little bit more and smoke out the outer corner a little bit more. It's always like going back and forth, always adding a little bit at a time, just to make sure you don't overload too much at once. And it's all about blending, like blending the colors together. It should never look choppy, like your crease color, then the brown, and then, the glitter. It should look like they're blended in. And like the crease color in your lid could look a little bit, you like it to look clean. You want your crease in your lid to look clean like that, but I don't know if I'm making sense. It's just all about blending. And then, of course, I go overboard with my eyebrow highlight. I'm extra, and I have to mix 3 to 5 different shades just to get one highlight for my brow bone. But you see how on fleek that is. Whew. And I'm going to go on with my color correcting concealer. It's by Wet n Wild. It works pretty good, actually. I really do like Wet n Wild's products lately. I actually am going to be using their foundation in this video as well. I think they've really, I think their products, like the formulation and all that, is just really changed. I think it's a lot better than it used to be. Like, I may even, like, start liking that like I like my NYX products. We shall see. They have a really good highlight, too, actually. And it's like $5. I'm like, oh, I use it every day. It's like the drugstore is coming up. So I just sprayed my face with some makeup spray before putting my foundation on. And I'm mixing the Wet n Wild concealer foundation with the L'Oreal, like, True Dreamy or something like. It's not dreamy, but it's something like that. It's the L'Oreal, like, really dewy foundation. I'll put the name down below. And I really like to blend my foundation everywhere, like on my neck. I like to put it on my ears, like over on the side of my face, you know, like where your hairs, your sideburns would be, I guess. Like all over the bitch, just to make sure I don't look like no clown with like a mask on, because I really don't like that. I don't like it to be like a line, you know. Especially because, like, I feel like I can never find a foundation that, like, is truly, like, completely my shade being mixed. Like, it's always orangey or, like, pinky or something like that. It's just, ugh. But I'm going in now with my Nars concealer to highlight, and basically just doing that in the T-zone and under my eyes. And I like to use the same side I use for my foundation, just so it blends everything together. I feel like that just makes everything look more blended and more together, and like it creates more of a shade for me, you know, not like it's too light, but it's a highlight still, if that makes sense. And I also like to cream contour, so that will be coming up too. I'm kind of like for just a regular face, it's a cake face, I know, but I really like my makeup, and I just love the way that the cream contour looks. So I'm going in with the Anastasia, like, foundation stick. I will list the shade down below because I actually don't remember the shade, but as you can see, it's, like, way darker than my skin tone, and that's, whew, with this product, it's so creamy and so, like, blendable that a little goes such a long way. Like, I learned that the hard way, so that's why I put it a little bit higher than I'm supposed to, because, like, once I start to blend it out, it just, like, spreads out where it needs to go. And I noticed that when I was putting it where I needed to go, it would be like, it'd make me look a little more muddy face because it was spreading out so much. And I was using way more than I needed to. So now that I know, like, with just a little bit goes such a long way, really changed my contouring game. So now I'm going to be mixing the Laura Mercier and the banana powder. Banana powder. I call it banana powder. Oh my god. Is it banana? Or benign? I don't know. Whatever, but I mixed the two because the Laura Mercier is way too white, and I don't want my skin tone to be that yellow from the benign powder, so I just like the mixture. And I powder it all over my face, but I bake in some areas. Like, I would like to just pat it into my skin so it really sets the liquid, but I don't want to bake everywhere so it doesn't get, like, too, like, basically like ghost face. And I, like, let that sit for, like, that was me trying to say I let it sit for, like, 5 minutes. But that's a lie. I'll never know how long I really let it sit for. Sometimes it's, like, way too long, and sometimes it's, like, 2 seconds. So, depending on the day, how I feel. You know, I always regret it when I let it sit too long. So, I never let it sit too long. But a couple minutes should be good. So, I just go in and I contour with my Shade and Light palette. I like to use the gray tone, like the first contouring color and the last one. I don't really like the middle one. I feel like that's a little too warm and orangey for me, so I like to stick with more shadowy colors. And I use a highlight as a blush. Yes, because I got this one thinking it would work for my skin tone, but it would, like, you know, as you can see, leave like a pink tone, and that's not what I want from a highlight. So I started using it as a blush, and honey, your girl got cheekbones all of a sudden. Like, it really helps with my contour. I just feel like it really makes me look like I have cheekbones. It makes my contour look a little more snatched, and I just like how it complements my face. So, yeah. And then I go way overboard with my highlight. Mix every highlight together from the Glo Kit. That's like life. I just need to glow. I need you to see me from like 5 miles away, or I will not be happy. And then I go in with some lashes. These are drugstore lashes. My lashes never really cost more than like $6, $7. Honestly, I'm cheap. And I'm not trying to spend that much. And I reuse lashes like a motherfucker. Like, these lashes, I don't know how long I've been having them, but they're my favorite. And I like to use the clear glue. I don't really like the white one, or like, I mean, the white one's cool. I like the white one, but I don't really like the black one. I hate the black one. It just gets everywhere when I use it. I only use it when I'm too lazy to look for the clear one, or if I'm out. And that's the Ardell glue, or whatever you get from the drugstore. I'll be listing all my details down below. I just, can't remember it right now. Oh, look at the concentration. You even see the eyebrows lifting up. I am so extra. I was peeping my highlight and how good it was looking on camera, and I just couldn't get over it. Like, do you guys just see that? It looks like a fucking gold bar on my cheek. Like, the fuck? How are you gonna talk shit to a bitch with a gold bar on her cheek? You not, because she popping. And that's just how I feel. Once I get my makeup on, bitch, I'm popping. Don't talk to me. Yes, honey. Now I'm about to go move on to my lips. I'm using this NYX liner. It's more of a like mauve color. I would compare it to like the Kylie Jenner lip, but I'm just using that just to line my lips. And I'm going to go in with a liquid lipstick by NYX as well. It's called Sand. It's like a light brown, like kind of neutral tone. And I really like the mixture of the two. Just kind of blend it in with my finger. And that's me trying to be low-key about getting a piece of the the fucking pencil on my lips. Like, when you get that, like, piece of wood on your lips from the pencil? Yeah, I was trying to scrape it off with my tongue, and I was trying to be cute at the same time. So then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild. It's waterproof, almost said foundation, mascara. And yes, honey, look at my lashes coming through. I got some long little lashes.